Let's go to Keith Russell, sports.
Dan, so did the Cowboys. And a week dominated by the Cowboys, and who has decided to step away from the game. We start with the story of a current player who's ready to step up his game. Receiver Cole Beasley is ready to take his skills to the next level, and not just on the field.
I'm bossed out, but Sunday, Jerry's boss now. When I ball out, I'm a dog with that. Get the ball out, put the sauce out, put the sauce on, that's too much.
Beasley has already released 2 rap songs. His first single, 80 Stings, rose to number 12 on the iTunes hip-hop chart. Next weekend, he takes it to a whole new level. Happy to be joined by Cowboys wide receiver Cole Beasley. Cole, your album debut, it happens this coming Saturday. Tell us about it.
Yeah, man, I've been really excited. I really feel like it's been delayed for a long time, so feel like it would never get to this moment, but I'm really excited about it. We're having an album release party at Lava Cantina Saturday. It's going to be really fun. Everybody in the public is invited to come out, so I'm excited.
Are you still getting used to people now knowing you as a musical artist? Are people now still saying, man, Cole, I didn't know you rapped?
You know, it's still weird kind of hearing myself played in places, and it's almost uncomfortable at first just because I'm not used to it. I mean, I've been doing music for so long just by myself, but nobody was really listening to it but me and just a few of my buddies. So I actually went to Kroger today in Prosper, and some guy had 80 Stings just blasting. Wow. And it was just kind of just weird to hear it, but it was pretty exciting and awesome at the same time.
Yeah, he didn't know you were there though, right?
No, he didn't, and I walked right behind him, and then I just hear it just blasting in this big truck, and it was just it was almost like it almost made me try to duck and cover and like run. It was just it's a feeling that I've never really experienced before.
80 Stings, of course, your hit single, that came out, your debut, you know, it sold 100,000 units in one day. It rose to number 12 on iTunes hip-hop chart. You know, this must be still like a case where you must be amazed at the success you're having. Even though you probably knew you had this ability, you have to still be amazed, I would think, at the success you're having so far.
Yeah, because you never really know how people are going to receive it, and you know, especially with me being in the NFL, and you know, not exactly everybody is a fan of that, you know, doing something besides football these days. But you know, I actually talk about that on the album, and those perceptions kind of put fear in you of doing things that you love, and that's a reason why I really wanted to make this album and talk about things of that nature. And yeah, I didn't know it was gonna do that well, but I really think this is only the beginning for me, because really that's not even, like, I don't even listen to that song when I listen to my album by myself. Like, I skipped through that one and listened to all the other ones.
If we can, I want to bring in your producer as well, Victor Fast Clark. I want to talk about this collaboration that we hear that has taken place with Run DMC, the legendary Run DMC. Cole, you've collaborated with them, Cole and Victor. How did that come about, and what can we expect to hear? Because that won't be on your album that's coming out on Saturday, but that is coming our way sometime soon.
What brought that all about was the success of 80 Stings. It definitely went viral, and it was all over. And actually, it was DMC that reached out, and you know, that just led him to come into Dallas, and him and Cole got in the booth, and it was awesome.
I was just excited to experience him in the studio and just watch him work, and just seeing the process of how he makes music. Because like you said, he's one of the legends in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and you know, it's just to see a guy of, you know, who's done it already and done it well, and how they work. It's just it's fun to watch. It's like, I mean, if you compare it to the NFL, it's like me going and seeing Wes Welker and Randy Moss running routes. You know, it's from a long time ago, so it was crazy.
Obviously, a lot of people are going to instantly say, oh man, you know, he's trying to be like Eminem, because they just instantly fall into that stereotype. They think white rapper, they think Eminem. Does that bother you, Cole? Do you want to get outside of that stereotype? Do you feel like it's a stereotype? Do you feel like it's an honor?
Yeah, I don't think nobody's going to think that. I mean, they may hear a similarity at first, but once they get into it, they're not going to think that because I mean, definitely to be compared to Eminem is a great honor. But I think once they get to listen, Cole definitely has his own identity once you start listening to his lyrics and listen to his flow and his style.
Yeah, it's when you hear the album, it doesn't sound anything like Eminem stuff. So I could get how they could say it from the first record, from 80 Stings, but the rest of the album is nothing like that. So I don't think they'll be saying that.
What's your message to Cowboys fans as you propel your second career and as you try to take this thing on and on and on, and to the point where you're the GOAT, just like it says on your Kobe Bryant shirt right there. You're the GOAT. What's your message to Cowboys fans?
You know, I think people think that, you know, having something else in your life is a distraction, but I've been doing this since college, you know, and I make songs at the same pace that I have since I got into the league. You know, most of this album was actually recorded in 2016, and I had my best year. So I just, you know, I would want people to know that, you know, I'm still focused on everything that I've been focused on. You know, I'm not doing anything differently, and they're just hearing it now. That's the only thing that's different. And, you know, I don't think it's going to be a distraction to my team as well, because, you know, they've been hearing it too. Now it's public, but, you know, when I'm doing music, it's music, but when I get to the football, it's football. And I know a lot of, you know, media at the locker room are going to try to bring it in there, but I'm just going to let them know that I'm going to shut it down now. And once I get to football, it's about the team. It's not about me. And the goal is still to get a Super Bowl, always.
So once again, Cole Beasley having an album release party Saturday night at Lava Cantina in the Colony. Autobiography, that's the title, which he says is pretty much an album about his life and his experiences. And he can't wait to share it with Cowboys fans. And he hopes you come out Saturday night to celebrate with him. From the artist side of Cole Beasley to the emotional side of the Cowboys, how does the team stay on beat with Jason Witten walking away from the game? We tackle that next.
I was never the most talented, never the flashiest. I relied on grit. Other players might have been more talented, but I can assure you, no one was going to outwork me.
There will never be another number 82. Witten's advice for young kids waiting and wanting to play the game and wonder how a third-rounder out of Tennessee became so great. His advice, the secret is in the dirt. While Jason Witten makes his way into the booth on Monday Night Football, and it won't be long before he's breaking down his former team on national TV. Between now and then, there's a lot of time to reflect on this week, which can be described by one word: emotional. The seemingly endless line of people to greet Jason Witten as he prepared to say goodbye is all you need to know.
When my time as a Dallas Cowboy football player is over, I can only hope that the men and women in these hallways will say that I was a fine and decent man, try to do things the right way, and that I was dependable.
And that is over the middle, caught by Witten, who loses his helmet but still keeps going.
Witten's willingness to play through pain, his tough catches, and legendary stats are not all he wants to be known for.
If I've learned anything along the way in the last 15 years, it's that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people won't forget how you made them feel.
One of the toughest things was Witten expressing the one regret to Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, the man who represented a father figure to him.
The hardest part of this decision was knowing that I would never be able to hand you that Lombardi trophy. When I told you back in 2006 that I would not let you down, I hope that in your eyes, I held up my end of the bargain.
You're an inspiration to me as well as everybody that was ever said they were a Dallas Cowboy.
And the emotion did not stop there. The bond was just as strong in this case between player and coach.
Coach Garrett, We bonded because of our love for this great game and the respect we have for it.
Thank you for being who you are, for what you've done, for setting the standard that you have. I love you very much. I'm going to miss you.
But the day could not end without Witten thanking more than Jason and Jerry.
To the young Bucks that are here, Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, Zach Martin, Travis Frederick, Tyron Smith, Tyrone Crawford, Jeff Heath, D-Law, you men energize me. These last 4 or 5 years have been special. To my wife, Michelle, who's been with me every step of the way, out of all the big decisions I've made in my life, marrying you has been far away the best thing that has ever happened to me. Thank you for being our rock and all the sacrifices you make daily. I love you. To all the Dallas Cowboys fans around the world, for 15 years I tried to represent you the right way, bring you joy, and win you a championship. And while I leave today falling short of that mark, I hope that along the way I made you proud to be a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Jason Witten definitely going to be missed.